Hello, this is another tutorial video from my friend Kelly. Oh, I just had to turn up the volume a bit there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to show Kelly how to export stuff. So here's Kelly's art. Here's the various layers. Here are the various layers. I assume Kelly wants to export the portion inside the artboard. So you can see the artboard when you look here. It's 925 by 150, and the artboard is denoted by the dark black border. Let's check our document size just to make sure it's 96 dpi for the web. Okay. Now, there's two ways to export. You could export the region, the entire region within the black borders by clicking File, Export, and selecting Whole Document. And in this window you can see what will be exported. Choose your file type. I think PNG is best for web. If you want transparency or anti-aliasing or whatever, select them here. And check your output look. Whoa, that is not my output location. Hang on. File name. Let's try giving this different names. Whole document. Okay. Export all. Bam! Okay, now that should be exported. Let's check. Here's my folder. Whole document. And it is visible. So Kelly asked me what was happening because she was exporting empty images. So here's what I think happened. I think perhaps when she went to File, Export, perhaps, I don't know. Let's look at JPEG because that's what she was exporting. Matte color, quality, I don't know. Alright, screw that. I'm not going to try and figure that out. Okay, here's a second way you can export images. You can use the Slice tool, hotkey K. When the Slice tool's clicked, or selected, when you drag a marquee around an area, that, oh, it's snapping. I frickin' hate snapping. Let me turn that off first. Okay, Control Z to undo. I hate snapping. Okay. Here we go again, creating a slice. I just want the pretty flower. And there it is. Notice this blue shaded area that denotes the slice. A new layer shows up called Slice Layer. And there's your first slice. Now you could make a second slice that will be on the entire image. There we go. Entire image. Bam! Notice I was able to overlap. I mean, we're not drawing anything here. We're just denoting areas that we want to cut up into individual images. So here's our second slice. And you can edit the slice properties in this window. For example, my first slice. Say I want my first slice to be exported as a JPEG. There you go. Oh, but say I'm going to have it be support. Okay, back up. Okay, my first slice is going to be a JPEG. Well, what if I want to also export one as PNG? So what I could do is copy paste. I get a second slice area that I can hopefully move. Yeah. Move over the same place as the first, and for this one it's going to be a PNG. Ping-a-dee-ding. Now, let's see. Slice 2 is the whole image here. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Export it as... Oh, you know what? Let's test it. Let's see if exporting as JPEG is causing problems. Okay, so for my second one, let's move it. Whoops. What did I do? I want to move it over the same area as the first. There we go. And I'm going to export this one as a JPEG just to test. Alright, Control S to save everything, just out of habit. Okay, let's export now. Now when you export, you have these slices. They show up here. Now you could still click Whole Document and get the whole thing. Or you could click Slices. And then you can export whatever you want. You can continue to modify the choices here if you don't like your choices. Like, for example, for my ping version, perhaps I don't want to have transparency, things like that. Let's see. Now you can export only the selected slice, or save your slice settings and close. I'm going to export all these 4 images, the 2 JPEGs and the 2 pings. Bam. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, they came out. So now I don't know what happened. Perhaps, Kelly, when you watch this, you can tell me what your workflow was. And we can figure out why the JPEGs were blank. One last thing. Since we're on the subject of exporting, did you know you can also export objects? So, let's see, how many objects have we got here? Let's see. Export. Let's go with selected objects. I last selected this flower, and so when I go into export, and the radio button for selected objects is now enabled because I actually have an object selected on the artboard, and it says, hey, you want to export this? And I'll be like, yeah, okay. You can also select multiple objects and go, you know what, I want to export that and that. Oh, I guess they have to be in the same layer. How about that? Okay, I'll export these two. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. You hold the shift key to multi-select, sorry. Okay, I'm going to export these 4 objects. So, here we go. I've selected my 4 objects, and I collect selected objects. Oh, look, they're all going to be exported into one image. I didn't know that. Okay, then. Okay, anyway, the workflow is the same. You choose what file type, you choose your properties for that file type, and then you click Export All. Yes. Okay, so that is an export tutorial for my friend Kelly.